everybody, welcome to the Blackstone Fortress Battle Report. I'm back with Greg, and we're doing our next expedition to try and find some clue markers down in the bowels of the Blackstone Fortress. This is your first game of Blackstone Fortress, yes. And you're getting to play it. It's going to be a little less learning mode for you because you're taking Locarno and ShadowGuide, and they've both got their special intrigue cards, which means they'll be able to inspire early on in the mission. I'm bringing Vorne and Taddeus the Purifier. We're going on a Holy Rollers crusade, and this is just a straight up, we're going to deal out our 4 each of the challenges and combats and see how far we get to trying to mass more clues. So we'll share the table and we'll get this underway. All right, so here we are for our exploration. We do have a bunch of legacy cards in play. So Rogue Psychers and Chaos Beastmen will be in the encounter deck, as well as no escape route. If we do want to try and end our expedition, we have to roll a die on a 1, 10, or 20. We have to do 1 more encounter. And then we have 2 countdowns in here. And of course, we've beaten 2 strongholds, which is the Null Void Abyss, or the Null Gravity Abyss, and the Descent. So we have 2 more to go. So we've dealt out our 4 and 4 from combat and from the challenges, and we'll get those ready for exploration. So we're loaded into the elevator. We got Tad and Vorne in the Vanguard, with Locarno and, of course, ShadowGuide in the back. So our first exploration. Let's see what we got. It's going to be a challenge, Icefire. In leader order, roll 4 activation dice for each explorer. Keep going until a roll for an explorer does not include any 6s. That explorer suffers a grievous wound. So we have to keep rolling 6s. So it gets real cold, and we have to roll a 6. Come on, Tad, you're the leader. Does not get a 6. Immediately takes a grievous wound and starts grievously wounded. That's it. Tad's just grievously wounded right out of the gates. All right, so next in exploration flip. It's the race. Deal out 1 discovery card for each explorer and place them face up in a row. Then roll an activation dice for each explorer and add that explorer's move value to the roll. Any explorers with tied scores collide and are falling down, make a defense roll or take a wound. Once out of the explorers that did not fall down, the one with the highest score receives the face-up discovery card of their choice. Then the explorer with the second highest gets 1, and so on until all the explorers that did not fall down get a card. And the explorers that have not been taken are then shuffled and put back in the discovery deck. We dealt out 4 archaeotechs, and now we all roll an action dice. So for Vorne, gets a total of 7. For Tad, gets a total of 4.
Amelin
gets a total of 9. Well, she's getting picked first.
Locarno.
4. All right, so Tad and Locarno collide with each other, like the 2 old idiots there. They have to make defense rolls or take a wound. So I'm defense D8 for Tad. Nope, take a wound. And then for
6.
It's just D6. All right, so you have to roll a success or a crit there. Nope, we both take a wound. It's just Vorne and Amelin. They get to go grab an archaeotech. So you grab one first, then she grabs one, as we race to try and find stuff, and that's us done. Oh, these idiots. All right, so the next exploration card is a combat. It's an ambush. All right, so instead of being in the elevator, we'll be deployed in the ambush squares. Here we are set up for our ambush. These 3 squares were our potential locations, and now we'll flip for our encounters. So give that encounter deck a good shuffle, and we'll see what's ambushing us. And what do we got? So the first thing is Negavolt Cultists, and it's 4 of them. Yep, so on 1 is going to be 4 Negavolt Cultists. Now they're large, which means 2 have to occupy the base square, and the next 2 will be in cover as close to us as possible. So here. The next one, number 2, is Urguls. Uh-oh. And it's going to be, this time it's 3 Urguls, occupying 2. So 2 here. Actually, all 3 can fit because they're little. And then the third one is going to be
Urguls.
More Urguls. Okay, well, there's only 1 Urgul left, so it becomes the maximum, and it deploys up here. We're set. So Destiny roll. We get all the doubles. Now, luckily, Locarno lets us drag one of these 6s back with his See in the Future ability. And let's make some rolls, because we need that 6 to heal right now. Well, we got some 6s with Pious Vorne, which is nice. And then Tad only gets 3 dice because he's grievously wounded. But he gets a... Oh, sorry, he only gets 2 dice, because he has a wound on him, too. I didn't put it down. I needed that 6. Oh, well, at least there's 1 on the Destiny board. I get double 2s. You.
For Amelin.
3... Good, so headshot, 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 move. Because the 4 pluses are all auto-aimed. Yeah, because he's wounded. But he gets a 6 for his 4 stone. Means it probably only costs a 5. Force Bear's a 4 now, even better. All right, so give our initiative deck a shuffle. Just pull the 4 out because we don't need that. And we'll see who's going first. All right, so in first position, number 2. So group 2, which is some Urguls. Then it's going to be some Urguls. Then it's going to be Tad. then it's going to be Urguls, it's going to be Locarno, and it's going to be ShadowGuide and Pious Vorne last. Okay, I'm going to suggest we use the Clarion's ability. Once per expedition at the start of the Gambit step of the initiative phase, the leader can use the Clarion's info ray of Laud Hailers. If they do so, we can all make a Gambit without having to use an action die. Because we're going to get jumped on by Urguls right now, and those things are crazy dangerous.
Right. So that'll allow us to do
an agility roll, and then if we get a pass...
That's by the leader.
Yeah, so you'll start with the leader.
D4.
If you get a pass, then you get to jump to the highest bad guy to you, and if you get a crit, you get to jump to the top if you want.
Right.
So ShadowGuide is, yeah, so it's a D6. Arno, you get nothing, so he doesn't get to jump anywhere. Then we go clockwise, so it's going to be ShadowGuide. She gets a D12. She gets to jump to the next one highest to her, so she'll replace group 1 to there. Then I get to go with Taddeus the Purifier. He's agility bad. Come on, old man. Nope, nothing. But Pious Vorne is agility D8. And she gets a pass, so she gets to jump to group 3. So good.
Group 1, though.
Oh, she was the bottom, that's right. So she just pushes group 1 to the bottom. If we want, we can rearrange ourselves using covering fire, because we all have line of sight to ourselves, to determine which order we want ourselves to go in. All right, covering fire doesn't help us a whole bunch. I mean, I could go before, look, I think maybe I could go before Amelin. Yeah, because I can clear the way, basically, to make it so that she can take a good bunch of headshots. Locarno's kind of happy going there, because he could drop the force barrier. I think you're kind of good. It's really just me and Vorne that can get attacked right now, and there's nothing we can do about it, so let's see what happens. 2, that's 3 Urguls. So the closest one to us is this one, so let's roll and see what it does. Alright, so Blackstone die for the first Urgul. Let's see what he does. It's a 2. A 2, when they are close, is fall back. Ah, humans! They fall back over there. Tries to get as far as possible. Actually, as far as possible, enter the line of sight. So he's going to go 1, 2 over to here. Ah, humans! Alright, so the next one. He gets a 19. He's mad. He's going to charge. So he's going to go 1, 2, and then fight Tad. Against Tad. First one, misses. Second one, hits. Can Tad stop it? He is vitality defense D8. He does not block it. Takes another wound. Third attack. Missed. Third roll. He's going to roll a 2 and also fall back. Ah, that must have been the alpha. It just runs away. Let's roll, see what he does. Gets a 4. A 4 when they are you close? No, you're other. Which is not close, not engaged, not hidden. 4 is going to be fall back. Ah! Ah! Otherwise we were in big trouble, but Tad is super beat up now. Well, it's on to Taddeus the Purifier. He's going to use the 6 off the Destiny board to do a rallying cry and remove a wound from himself and everyone adjacent to him, so you'll lose the wound off of Locarno. And he's going to spend the 2 to make a power maul and las pistol attack with a D12 in this Urgul. See if we can just paste him. So, see if I get a hit, so I do a wound. Survive the Urgul ambush. I'm pretty sure the rest of us can just finish these guys off. So I think I'm going to use this to make a vitality roll to try and get that last wound marker off me. So vitality is going to be D8, and I fail it. It's on to Vorne. Vorne's going to try and just kill all these Negable cultists. So she's going to spend the 2 to move. She can go 1, 2 over to here. And then she's going to spend the 6 to make a cleansing flame attack, which is 2d12, pick the highest, into this group of Negable cultists. I do a point of damage. So 1. On a 20, he'll shrug it. He does not. He's got his cool power field. The second one in the square takes a point of damage. On a 20, he shrugs it and does not. But a 2+ to do it again, now just with the basic flamer, so it's only 1d12. So into this guy, doesn't take any damage. His friend takes a point. Does he shrug it on an 18, actually? Sorry, because his friends are in there. He doesn't. He dies. Charge me, and they take burning damage. All right, so Vorne's done, and Tad's done. And so it's on to Locarno. If you could...
First thing he's going to do is put his barrier up just for...
Well, if you could move up 1 and put the barrier up onto Tad, then we all get the D12.
3.
Yep.
To move here.
There you go.
Throw the barrier up on the
Now we're all D12
6.
defense.
And then for the 4, I think I'm just going to push this guy in.
You going to push him in and try and kill him?
Yeah.
Okay, so he needs the mental command, so he takes a D8 damage. And dies on 1 hit. Nope, he's okay. All right, so it's on to ShadowGuide, who is last before the Negable cultists go. She can't fit in that square, but she can move through it, and she can shoot through it freely. So if she wants, she could move 1, 2, kill, and then just clear this room. There's no, oh, there's a portal in here, but we could call the elevator in that room if we want to just secure it.
We'll pop that one to move. She has a move of 4.
She does, because she's inspired.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then she will take a shot to pop this guy.
So what's, if you actually just stand here, because you can make it to it in the next move anyway, and that way you're at optimum range for your ranger long rifle.
You're right, so we'll stop there. Spend that one to take my 2 D8 shots.
And it's automatically aimed because you're doing the high version because you're Amelin. So, and you get to reroll failed hits here too, because she's just a killing machine. Does 1, reroll the fail though and see if you can get something higher. Nope, so it just takes damage. Again. Gets the crit, just kills him. And if you want to move over to the elevator, you can. Yeah, it's just the Negavolt cultists. Well, one's going to attack me for sure, because he survived that flame. Let's see what the other ones do. So rolling for the one that's engaged first, because we have to start with him. Engaged is Onslaught, attacks me twice. So it's a D8, ignores defense save. So into Vorne, she takes a crit, just takes a crit, and then again, nothing. The next one is going to get a 13 while close, which for a Negavolt cultist is 13 while close is charge. No, wait, other charge. So moves in, takes a D8 damage. Nope, is okay, and then gets to make an attack. Nothing. This one, what does he do? 10, which other is charge. Moves in, takes a D8 damage. Is okay, and then hits me, and no defense saves, so just a wound. Okay, well that was turn, so let's roll the event die and see what happens in the event phase at the end of the round. We get a 2. Unfulfilled destiny. Don't make a destiny roll next turn. Well, no destiny roll, so let's tidy this up, shuffle it up for next round. Well, the Imperials are pretty beat up. We got a 1 and a 3 for Vorne, and then Tad gets double 2s. Initiative! Well, at least Vorne's going first, that's nice. And then we're getting jumped by Urguls again. The Psyker and the Alien forgot to make their destiny rolls, but double 4s, double 1s. We can at least call the elevator for sure. And 3s and 4s, nice. Right, well, Pious Vorne's got to go first, and she's not feeling great. But we really want to burn somebody. Unfortunately, we're starting engaged, so we're just limping around. The best we can really do right now is use our Flamer. So covering fire, does Locarno want to go first? I think that might be a good idea.
Let's move forward.
Can definitely move some folks around. So we're gonna swap with Pious Vorne. Tad's happy to go after Vorne, or sorry, before Vorne, try and clear off any of these Negavolt cultists that are terrifyingly close to her. So I think we're happy with everything else. So it's you first, Locarno. What do you want to do?
Well, definitely gonna put that force barrier up again, just as a precaution.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start. Oh wait, I can't move people around. I don't have the 5s.
Oh.
That was not the right choice.
Well, you still have shoots and stuff you can do.
Yeah,
you got guns. Use your third eye.
Third eye.
Yep.
First, to get rid of those Negavolts. They seem to be a little more dangerous.
Yeah, third eye this guy though, because he's already wounded, and that gives me an escape route potentially.
Okay.
So see if we can kill him.
So 2 8s.
Crit, just kills him. You roll a 20 and shrug one of the wounds. You can't. He's just dead. The Urgul. Okay.
Taddeus,
So you can use your cane sword for 2d8.
Yeah. Force Word Cane.
Does damage, just kills him. Try and kill that close Negavolt cultist. And the third eye. Now you need crits because this one's in cover.
Yeah. Got it.
So you do 1 damage though because it's a crit.
Yeah. No, I can't aim because I'd have to spend it.
Yeah. And he doesn't shrug it, so he just takes the damage. The best, not the worst. We're okay. Tad can do some stuff still. So it's group 2 now, which is some Urguls. And group 2 is this one, which there are still some alive. So first a reinforcement roll. They pass, and 2 return. That was a maximum of 3 though, so only 1 shows up. Immediately makes a move. 1, 2, 3 actually total. So moves to there. And then we roll behaviors for the other ones. This one, does he flee? Yes. He is close. He falls back. Continues to fall back. And the next one, they are skittish. 3, they just keep falling back. 3, roll reinforcement roll for them. And you get an 8, so no reinforcements. And then it's over to, I guess, Taddeus the Purifier. All right, I got 2 dice here. I am just going to power maul this fool and do nothing. Do I want to spend my bus tequila now? I'm going to... Nothing I can do there. So then we'll spend one more die, and I guess swing at him again. He's already activated anyway. And get a hit, just do a wound. He is now wounded, and that is Taddeus done. She could move or she could recuperate. None of these are great options. Her Inferno goes away. She could move twice, and then hope to go first next round. But the Negative Occultists haven't gone already. Or I could use D6 Flamer shots, which is not ideal. She's kind of in trouble. She's kind of in trouble. I think I'm gonna use the first one to make a Vitality roll, try and get that wound back, and pass. This flips away. And the other one I'm gonna use, I could use it to Overwatch. I think I use it to move. I could use it to Overwatch. Or I could just make an attack. If I crit, I kill somebody. I'll just make an attack now. See if I can kill one of these Negative Occultists. I'll attack the one that's already wounded. You need a crit to do any damage. Oh no, sorry, I just need anything actually. I get nothing. She's done, so it's on to Ammo and ShadowGuide, who could save the day, or first call the elevator.
4 to call the elevator.
That makes sense. Elevator's been called, so we place it with this. Go over and grab that
yeah, I think that's what
discovery marker as well.
Block.
And you spend a 4+ to draw a card. Yep, draw a discovery card. And you find some more Archaeotech. So just gonna move to the elevator. Go to the back, yep, and just be ready to fight. Negative Occultists. First, a reinforcement roll. Let's see if more come back. No. And then behavior roll for the first one. We'll do the wounded one first, I guess. Gets a 4. 4 while engaged. Onslaught. Attacks me twice. Which means first attack D8. Crits her. Gets grievously wounded. No defense rolls. Second attack. Does a wound. Second one. So what does he do? Negative Occultists. 8, which is going to be while engaged. And onslaught, so 2 attacks. First one. Hits and does a wound. Second one. Kills her. She's dead. Vorne's down. We'll have to make a roll at the end of the expedition to see if she dies. So if this scenario ends in her death, the expedition will automatically fail. And that's that. So they're done. And we're on to a new phase. So we'll roll the event table, see what happens. 1, all is dust. Remove a random discovery counter. At least we get a discovery roll this turn. Or, sorry, a destiny roll. And we get... to drag back to 6, so 1 6 will lock it, the rest of it is straight. So we have 4 destiny dice. Initiative! It's gonna be the Negative Occultists, Vorne. Oh no, Vorne's removed, sorry. She's done. That's okay, just keep her out. Keep dealing. Amelin, and 2. And then Tad's last. Let's do some, we should do our action dice first. So Tad gets a 6 and a 5, which is nice. And lots. Followed by an okay roll. Red makes some inspiration rolls. Locarno killed, I think, 4 wounds with the dudes. So roll for him. Last round. Nope. And we'll roll it again. It's kind of cockeyed. Right again. It's, yeah, so you get inspiration points. No matter how many people you killed there. ShadowGuide killed somebody, didn't she? No, yeah, she killed that one Urgul. Earlier. So just roll die for her. See if she gets a 3 or less. She doesn't. And then Vorne killed something. Tad killed something. She killed one person, 3 or less. Yep, he gets an inspiration point as well. I'm gonna die and do a gambit.
Spend the die.
All right.
It's an agility.
It is an agility die, so D6. See if you can do it. Get in front of the Urguls. Just need 1 success. Nope. Failed it. But you can use your inspiration to reroll it. You're already inspired. That's all you're using them for at this point.
Yeah, but I also have an item that
can spend inspiration points.
An inspiration point to keep a wound counter.
Got it. I am also going to do a gambit with Tad. Tad is also equally bad at doing gambits. But we got some dice on the board here. We can try and do this. And I crit it! So I get to go anywhere I want. Which means I'm going to push number 1 all the way to the bottom.
That was what I wanted to do.
That's what we got. So we are now ahead of the game with Locarno and Tad, and Amelin can just be the follow-up, I think. To murder someone so we can move. I can't use my servo stubber at close range, so I'm just going to use the 1 off the board here to try and do a power maul attack into that Urgul, and we do a damage. Doesn't quite kill him. He's got 3 wounds. Well, that means I'm not going to get my rallying cry. So I get to do this, try and do it again, then we hit him, so he just dies. But the problem is I either move or heal now. I'm gonna move because we gotta bottleneck these bad guys. So I wanted to use my rallying cry, but I can't. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and head into here. And this way, at least when they rush into the corridor, Amelin can just start headshotting them. Lacarno's just gonna run.
He's got a move of whopping 2s.
You could try and kill one of these cultists before, because you're not gonna make it to the elevator anyway. So you could just try and kill the one that's got a wound on it already.
I'm pretty sure I can make it there if I pull the 2 Destiny dice.
To go, that's true, yeah, you could, well, yeah. But I mean, you could still zap it on the way by and try and finish it off.
Do I want a 6 is going to get me...
Because you can use your third eye with the 2, can't you?
Well, 3 of these will get me into the elevator.
It's true.
Move 2.
You still gotta wait for me. We don't leave until it happens, so...
Yeah, so, you can't use Destiny dice. There's no value in Amelin because they're not going to move until after she's acted.
Nope.
So...
Well, she can just go on Overwatch and kill them as they come into the corridor.
Yeah.
Start doing the third eye into the wounded one. Just need a
2 8s.
A hit. It is in cover though, so
I'm
you need a
looking
crit.
for a crit.
But it only can take 1 damage.
Aim.
You spend 1 to aim and 1 to do it if you want. Yeah.
1 to do it, and that still gives me 3 dice to run
Yep.
with.
Sure. Just any hit.
Do that.
Gets it. Doesn't shrug it, so he dies. I did. I got another inspiration point. 3 dice.
I'm going to boogie.
Okay. 1, 2, and then you gotta keep boogieing to go 6.
Yank.
It's on to group 3, and that's Urguls who are off the board. They don't reinforce, they don't come back, so it's on to Amelin. If she just drops all of her dice by 1, she can just kill everybody as they pour into the corridor here.
Well,
yeah.
She won't get the... She'll have to deal with the cover that's...
No, she won't, because she auto-aims when she spends her...
Well, only if they're 4+.
Is it still 4+ for her?
Right,
it is still 4+,
if
that's right.
Activation dice is spent for the long rifle action, the weapon...
Yeah, but there's no cover in this hallway.
There's one right there.
They're not in it, though. You can move into that cover then, and then Overwatch. Spend 1 to do that. Yeah, spend the 1 to do that.
Spend that 1 to move. She moves forward.
And then all of her shots are going to be
and then all of her
out of
shots
cover.
are going to be
perfect.
There.
All right, so that's group 2, which is going to be the other Urguls. Do they finally get it together? The first one, 17. I think it does. So 17 is a charge for close. Nope, for
not even close anymore.
Hidden. Still hidden is charge. So they move 1, 2. They can't fight, so they move 1, 2, and then you can plug it. Take a shot. Nope.
Nothing.
Really misses there. So the second one.
The scope.
Yeah. 11, which for an Urgul, which is hidden, is going to be a charge. So 1, 2, and then same thing, 1, 2. Hello. Take a shot.
Fire it off.
2d8. Kills it.
Kills it.
Headshot. Negable Cultist gets a 1. Oh, it just recharges. So when it's hidden, it does a recharge action, which is remove a wound counter from it. It's not wounded. If it's not wounded, it's an advance instead. So it just moves 3. So it goes 1, 2. Sorry, it was here. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So you can take your shot if you want.
Yeah, might as well.
Because it's just an advance. Takes a wound. So just wounded. Take that.
20. I saw that.
All right. Well, we're not dead. That's nice. So do we get any further? Event. A 1. All is dust. That's okay. Double 4s, but we drag 1 back with Locarno, able to see the future. So we've got lots of nice juicy dice. So initiative flips. Oh, you have to do action dice first, though. Oh, I got Tad, 1 and a 4. You've got Amelin.
Nice.
Just laughing.
Power shots all the way.
That's it. And then you've got Locarno. This old man's already in the elevator. He's gonna raise his power field and sit there. Oh, your initiative. And group 2. So some Urguls.
Oh no. Group 1. 3.
And then Tad's last.
Did we reinforce on the...
We did not. Tad, I'm going to ask that I covering fire off Locarno. I don't really think we need to make gambits here, because group 2 is Urguls that are going to come in from these portals anyway. Because this is group 3 right here. Then at least I can kill these guys and hopefully not have to worry about the being murdered. All right, well, group 2 is going to be the hostiles that are wiped out right now. They were this one over here. 7, no reinforcements, which means this guy's actually going to go. So he gets a 12, and a 12 for close is going to be a charge. So he moves in 1, and makes 3 attacks against Mr. Doctor the Taddeus the Purifier. So first hit, crits him, as we do, and I get to make a defense roll of D8 as well. I'm going to spend 1 to reroll it. Don't get grievously wounded. Nope, we're badly hurt. We're beat up real bad. There's normal wound still. Second attack. Does nothing. Third attack, does nothing. Oh, then Tad gets to go. He's got some dice. He's gonna try and kill this terrifying Negavolt cultist with the 1. And he needs to roll a d12 with his power maul. Just do a hit. We do a crit. It can block it, but it'll still be 1 damage, which will kill it. Doesn't. Then he's going to, I guess, just try and heal.
2 move to get the heck out.
No, I'm going to use the 6
just
to heal. I want to get this off me.
Right.
And I still have a 4 left to move, and I'm going to go 1, 2, and be done. Group 1, which is the Negavolts, do they reinforce? They don't. Group 3, they do not reinforce, and then it's all you guys. So Locarno and the boss.
1.
Yep.
To move him 1.
Perfect. So he's in optimum range.
That 1 to move him. Actually,
you're in 4. Yeah, you're fine.
Spend the other one.
Nope.
So leave it there for her to use. Put the 5 back. And the rest of this is... we could take some third eye pop shots.
Do it.
He's still going to be in cover, so I'm looking for crits, but I'm just rolling d8. So, fire off 1.
Roll crit. Nope.
Fire off 2.
You're on the elevator, so you might as well. Nope. Fire off 3.
No.
Nothing. Amlin. And just start throwing headshots.
Now got
a million headshots. Yeah.
Aim shot, which doesn't even need to be there.
Well, I get to reroll misses this way.
Yeah,
if you aim it.
misses.
Yeah. So just spend the board first.
It's tempting to just move her back for 1 die.
Well, you're in cover. Then, yeah, it doesn't matter either way because you have so many 4 pluses.
All her shots are going to ignore
I know.
cover
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so
It's just irrelevant.
let's just do it.
First one.
Got left.
Nothing. We reroll misses.
Rerolls.
Does a wound. Destiny board 1. Might as well just use them first because you're the last person going.
And the first one.
Dead. 2, you can move into the elevator, and then 2 or less you'll get your thing, your inspiration.
Just jump back here on 1. And
nope. Line as well, because it'll start until you activate again. It's event phase! 7. On a counter card, if there's a twist, apply it immediately. And Terrifying Howls increase the cost of movement actions to 2+ instead of 1+ for the following turn. Look in the Mama Urgul somewhere, and it's mad and scared. Destiny. 3s go away, we drag 1 back. And then it's 2, 5, 6. 6 and 2 for you.
for Emily.
Just all day. When you don't need it, that's when you get it. And this is really just Tad moving into the elevator.
Pretty much. And Esperin.
Gets an okay roll.
It's okay.
Alright, new round. Well, it's just basically making reinforcement rolls, and when does Tad get in the elevator? Does everyone get to make reinforcement? They do. Everyone gets to make reinforcement rolls before Tad gets in. But luckily, everyone will be on Overwatch as well. Group 2, Urgles. Do not come back, and then it's Locarno.
Just is going to shift down to...
Yep, just going Overwatch shots.
6s become 5s, or 5 becomes a 4.
Group 1, nothing, and then it's Tad. And Tad just spends even his own dice. There's no one to heal. He's just going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And be in the elevator. And that's turn. So we get in the elevator and escape, but Vorne's out. Alright, recovery stuff. Does Vorne die? On a 1 or a 2, she's dead and the exploration ends. That's it. That's our exploration. Back to the Mortis card you go. But we might be able to save her, because at least Locarno's ship's here. So here's our current layout for our ships. Longhauer Gamma 3 dealt out the Raiment of the Technomancer. This is expensive! Using the recovery step of the event phase to automatically remove a wound counter or turn a grievous wound into a wound. That one's amazing. After using this card, roll a die. If this card is used to remove a wound, on a 1 discard it. If it was used to flip a grievous wound, on a 1 to 5. But that's an amazing item. Info Slave Skull, discard this card when an ambush is drawn. Discard that card, replace it with the card drawn at random from the encounter cards that were not dealt out at the beginning of the game. So you can get rid of an ambush, basically. And then Homing Rounds, I love this one. Discard this card to make an attack roll for this Explorer to change a failed roll into a success or a success into a crit, and it ignores cover. It's almost as good as the Exploding Rounds. Then we got Illusionary Prism. Discard this card after a behavior roll is made. And then the hostile treats all hostiles as explorers, since they attack their friends. Future Sight Ring, discard this card after rolling an action die to change it into a crit. And then Temporal Loop, discard this card after resolving a challenge. The result of the challenge no longer applies. Instead, resolve it again. So if you failed at a challenge, you can just do it again. Then you get Stimulants and Improved Stimulants in the Clarion, and a Stun Grenade. No, Incantation, actually. Range 3 for a 1+. Roll the Blackstone die for each hostile in that range. If it's greater than their wounds, they take a wound and are stunned. And then you get a Chris. Use it to reroll failed attack rolls for this Explorer. So, yeah, she wants to buy that so bad because it's just reroll failed melee rolls.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, but it's permanent, doesn't exhaust either. Sky Talon Plume, reroll, discard this card when they make a move to double their move value, and Plasma Grenade, range 3, pick a hex that's visible, and put a plasma marker next to it, roll the Blackstone dice for everyone inside. 11 to 19, it's 1 wound, 20 plus, it's a grievous wound. We're still in lead order, so Locarno gets to go first, gonna jump on the Traveler, try and bring back more. 16 plus, and you get to reroll it because you're Locarno. Just do it, bring her back from the dead. Nope, rerolling. And nope. Buy stuff here. If Locarno doesn't have any monies, he gets a free one. So you technically have 2. So you can buy the Temporal Loop to resolve a challenge twice if you want.
That's not.
Use your free one to do it. Yep, absolutely. You get a free resource card. Well, now it's time for Tad to go. He's gonna go say a prayer. Say a prayer for Pious Vorne, 16 plus. Blah, cranks it. She's back. Morris card gone. It just took a little love of the Emperor. Got 2 to spend. I could take the Future Sight Ring. Rolling an action die for this player changes the roll to a crit success. Oh, it cost me 3 though, actually. I can't do it. No, I can't buy anything. So it's back to you, and you've got Amelin. She can go shopping. Her Chris is super tempting, but she's only got 2 Archaeotech in the bank right now.
So I think she's just going to keep those in the bank. And hopefully in later games.
I would say the Info Slave Skull is kind of cool. She could go over there and grab it for 1. That's the, if you get an ambush, you're not ambushed and you draw a different combat card instead. There's also the Stimulants. So you can double your move value. So she can move 8.
Yeah, but she can go to the Steed and take the Plasma Grenade for effectively free because it's.
She could, yeah. She could also do that.
Probably the one to do.
There you go. And she's over there. Now, she can also do the Labyrinth Decrypter. Roll a Blackstone die, and you can reroll if it's Shadow Guide. If it rolls higher than the number of clue cards the Explorer has, nothing happens. But if they roll at less to or equal to, they gain another clue. So if you can roll a 1 with a reroll, you'll get another clue marker.
Let's see.
Might as well try. No. Rerolling? Nope. No. That wasn't too bad. We got a little bit more gear. We got a little beat up by Urguls in the beginning. And Vorne isn't actually dead because thanks, Tad, for all that money you just... I bet what happened was they asked him to go try and Locarno was like, sure, I'll go try. And then nothing happened. And then Mr. Taddeus the Purifier showed up with a giant bucket of money. And somehow she was miraculously healed. All right, so let's draw our legacy card for this spectacularly bad adventure, and we just got a countdown. So 1 more game closer to the end. So there we go, end of the adventure. Pious Vorne dead and then alive again, ending the adventure. It's a rough time going into the Blackstone Fortress. What do you think?
It's a fun game. I like it. It plays very quickly, and it's much easier than in certain other brands. It
doesn't even take that long to set up, which is nice. Yeah, one of my favorite things is everything being organized basically out of the box. You can just kind of lay it out, play, pack it back up. It takes maybe 5 minutes to do. And you still get a satisfying adventure. Now, Amelin, I wish we'd found a little bit more treasure. Because if she'd gotten that sword, she would be unstoppable at every range. I love that the elf it's like a Tolkien elf. Like, it's just better humans. They're just better at everything than everybody else. And I think we may now have enough clues between the 4 of us. I think it's going to be Amelin. I know Locarno has one still. I think Janice has one. We can do another Fortress run. So probably another Fortress run. You'll see that in 2 weeks. Big thanks for watching. Big thanks for Greg coming in and playing another game. Next time, Ash. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Desperate Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.